A local lawmaker reacting with disbelief over a statement by Alabama transportation leaders. They say the initial estimate of the I-10 Bridge and Bayway project was off by hundreds of millions of dollars.
Investigative reporter Brendan Kirby has been looking into those numbers. And Brendan, what have you found out?
Well, Byron and Lenise, some opponents of a plan to pay for the project with tolls have urged the state to go back to a less ambitious plan that doesn't include elevating the Bayway. But AlDOT told Fox 10 News yesterday that the cost actually would be $1.4 billion for that, not the $773 million originally estimated. State Senator Chris Elliott, a Republican from Daphne, told me in a telephone conversation that he was taken aback by the higher figure.
The concerning part is that incrementally this thing continues to go up in cost, and I just have to wonder what's in store for us next with these increases. And I think that at this point we've really got to look at the design inputs and how we got to a project that is this expensive and frankly that we can't afford.
In an environmental report filed in March, AlDOT stated that the overall cost grew to the current estimate of $2.1 billion because the scope of the work had expanded. Edwin Perry, the project manager, told me that the original $773 million projection included an estimate to widen the Bayway, but it didn't include the cost of building that wider Bayway higher above Mobile Bay. That, along with removing the current Bayway, adds $350 million to the cost. The initial estimate also didn't include upgrades to I-10 interchanges, drainage costs, and other environmental expenses. Perry tells me that the initial estimate also didn't include more detailed design work that added to the cost of the estimate or inflation and higher construction costs since that estimate was made. Perry tells me the state probably could build just a bridge with no Bayway expansion or other upgrades for $500 to $600 million, but he adds that would mean 5 eastbound lanes from the bridge and tunnel feeding onto 2 Bayway lanes, creating a bottleneck that simply would move the traffic tie-ups that currently are centered on the tunnel. Reporting live from the newsroom, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.